accounts to be efficient and to reach the target efficiency. Then we also, of course, aim to increase the profits by developing the brand and just opening new shop overseas. We will increase the profits by commercializing new products, but also diversifying the range of products we offer. So then, why India? So then, why India? So first of all, the Indian gem and jewelry industry is in a complete is really increasing this last year. So in 2011, the jewelry industry was accounting $30 billion of dollars, what is huge, and in the 2011, the expectations are very high because they should raise the 45, what is very, very important, an increase of 15 million, what is really a lot. Then India is the largest gold jewelry consumer in the world. It represents 20% of the volume of the worldwide market, what is very, very huge. So it's really a potential target for us. Then the luxury consumption is really increasing because the purchasing power is getting higher and higher because it's an emerging country that is gaining. So normally the consumption of luxury products should augment of 29% in 2013 and of 20% for the market. Then, although there is really an emerging market for crystal jewelry, I don't know if you know the brand Swarovski. It's very famous in Europe, also in the United States. And in 2009, there is about 30 shops that opened in South and North Asia. So it's also a market that is developing a lot. So the product we'll propose is very different because Swarovski is really a medium range, while we really aim to reach a more luxurious target. But just to show you that the crystal jewelry market has really is place and is importance in India. Then, concerning the strategic location, there is a very important population with a large part of rich families to target in India. So there is people with a very high purchasing power. So they could potentially be interested by this kind of products.
Well, here we have a royal couple living very happy in the royal palace. This picture shows us that attendance that's in history. The history is full of anecdotes and stories of royals having an opulent lifestyle, and this goes on to say that the luxurious lifestyle was always a part of Indian culture. But this was a thing of past. So, I mean, currently, can we say that do we have some people who have the same royal taste? And if they do, can they afford it? So the answer to both the question is yes, yes. Today we have wealthy individuals with their net worth going to rupees 235 trillions in the year 2015-16, and rich households in 2015-16 is estimated to reach at 419,000. And we have a picture here. It is depicting the same whatever is written over there. And even there is a high net worth individuals. This is in fact a category in itself, but then again we have a classification in them, and they can be classified into three parts. There are self-made people, there are inheritors, and there are professionals. And according to this classification, they have this different kind of spending patterns. The self-made are very much interested. They are the people who are first generation entrepreneurs and they got success into it. And these people love to buy luxury watches and crystal jewelries. Same with the inheritors, these are people are very brand conscious and they would like to spend money on luxurious things, including the crystal watches and jewelries. But the third one, the professionals, they're more into traveling and they would mostly spend money on traveling packages, the holiday packages.
Good evening. While I'm presenting pest analysis as a consultant, I did pest analysis for Midari. Government of India has allowed 100% FDI in gem and jewelry sector through automatic route, and also allowed FDI in single brand retail stores up to 51%. This will help us to set up shops in India and also bring FDI from France. Recently, Reserve Bank of India has cut benchmark rate by 0.25 and also reduced cash reserve ratio by 0.25. This will infuse around 3.3 billion into banking system. This will again help us to take loan in India. Lastly, GOI, Government of India is pushing for enhanced growth, triggering range of business-oriented policies such as postponement to GEAR, FDI in retail and insurance, and other range of efforts to boost economy. Then comes the economical aspect of best. Despite global slowdown and euro crisis, Indian economy is expected to grow at 5.9% 2012 and 13, according to UN agency, though it dipped in 2011. But analysts are confident that it will again touch 6% mark in 2013 and 14. Then again we can expect high sales. We can expect greater growth in luxury segment. Yes, Indian domestic gems and jewelry market is expected to grow at 13%. It's going to reach around 35 to 40 billion by 2015. So we have a projected high growth in near future. According to 80 Greenway report, Delhi, Mumbai and Bangalore are becoming popular destinations for luxury shopping. 80 Greenway has suggested that Delhi is going to become a booming sector for luxury segment. Therefore, we are going to set up shop in Delhi, and it will again bring us greater prospect to sell. Social, then comes the aspect of social invest. Indian decision-making process is highly influenced by culture and tradition, families, special occasions, festivals, and fashion. We Indians have a different set of thinking, which is why we have a different decision-making process. We are more influenced by the family and again the culture and festival. Therefore, we will incorporate this thing into our marketing strategy. Jewelry, especially gold, is not just seen as jewelry but as an investment. This could again influence our marketing strategy in near future. Technological, then comes the technological part. Communication technology has improved exponentially in India. Therefore, it will not be difficult to communicate through India to France and vice versa. According to Luxury Society magazine, the role of social media in Indian luxury market is quite large. More new affluent buying decision is influenced by social media buzz and marketing. There are 2 points. First, communication technology will help us to communicate quite clearly from India to France and vice versa. I'm just completing. Social media, according to Society magazine, Indians are more, the affluents are more influenced by the social media buzz. Therefore, we will try to create social media buzz to get the high sales. Thank you.
So now, very quickly about the business environment and the jewelry market, we notice, of course, that a lot of shops are run by family jewelers. So it's a real tradition. We had to adapt to the local market and competition, which was really pretty unorganized, with a strong network and family jewelers, with the beginning, therefore, of brands and jewelry brands starting to grow in the market. Now, as well, we're going to have a quick spot.
Okay, so now we'll do a very quick spot. So, and talk about the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunity, and the street for the implementation of the brand in India. So, first of all, concerning the street, so first of all, the brand is quite old. It was built in 1970. So it has a background of 40 years, so the implementation is already good in Europe, and the notoriety is done. So it is an obvious asset, because the people traveling abroad will, of course, recognize the brand, and we won't have to do a big work of communication for these targets. Then there is an European credibility for the brand, because it's implemented in very fashion recognized cities such as London, Berlin, and Paris. So the credibility is down. Then The brand is already known by celebrities and sponsoring events. As we said previously, we did many sponsoring actions with, for example, the Festival de Cannes in Paris, so the visibility was there, and we are also renowned in Europe. Then for the opportunities, there is a growing market and test for jewelries in India, we saw previously, because it represents 20% of the gold consumer in the world, and there are big consumers of jewelry, so it's there is an obvious place for us. Then there is the growing of the middle class and its purchasing power, an Indian attraction toward modernity and European brands, and of course the internet boom, so it's easier for us to communicate through the social network, the website, and everything. So it's an obvious opportunity. Concerning the weaknesses, first of all, there is a very big cultural difference. The culture from India to Europe is there is a very big gap, very big discrepancy between the two countries. So of course, the penetration of the market will be hard, and we will have, of course, to adapt the communication to the behavior, but also to the beliefs, the culture of India. The brand is new in India, and we have only one shop. It's the first shop opening in India, so of course it will be difficult because the visibility will be centralized in one spot. So it will be, of course, more complicated to gain fame. Concerning the street, there is, of course, a night competition on the spot. There is also a revolution of distribution system, because before Indian persons were used to go in small shops, and now the market for luxury is getting more and more modern. So it can be quite difficult for the older generation to accept that and to change their work mind. And then there is a direct physical competition, because as we said before, all the luxury shops are most of the time concentrating in malls. So you have Cartier in front of Cartier, you have Swarovski in front of Swarovski, you will have our shop. So the competition will be direct and physically present. So
now, quickly about the targets. We have the Indian clientele and the foreign clientele, because the huge challenge is to manage to attract both. We have in the Indian clientele wealthy generation, self-made and professional, as well as families, because we know how jewelry is important in the family's tradition. Also the golden youth, which is a very attractive target. And to finish with the foreign clientele, business travelers and leisure travelers. So the first question, how to implement a French jewelry brand, managing the cultural differences, but also making sure that the opening of the first shop will be a success. So this is quickly the competition that we distinguished.
In India, we have competition from both the domestic players and international players. Gitanjali, Tanish, Agni, they are well-established Indian brands, and there are international brands like Cartier, which is already in India, and Tiffany, which is coming in India through the FDI. Well, I will do a quick Porter's 5 forces analysis for the competitive environment. The threat of rivalry is huge for Mirari because of these players, both the international and the domestic players. Then again, we have a threat from buyers, because buyers have so many choices because of the globalization. There are so many brands which are coming into India, and they can choose from varieties of it. Then the substitution, the competitors can actually play with the pricing strategy. They can give discount rates, and which can act against Mirari. Then we have a threat from suppliers, but that is so low because it's already international brand which has it has name in the Europe, and we have a good loyal relationship with the suppliers, and so the threat from the suppliers is comparatively low. And threat of new entrants, yes, we do have because of the foreign direct investment, which I have already talked. There are many players which are taking the advantage of this policy of the Indian government and making entry into the market.
Okay, so now very quickly I will talk about the project milestones. So it's divided into 4 parts. First of all, you have the localization, as we talked before. So it's thinking global but acting local. So local concept adapting to the local market, so to India. Then a mix of Indian and European elements in terms of decoration, atmosphere, and service. So what we plan to do is really to do a very modern, appropriated shop, something that wouldn't be ostentatious at all, something very simple, very smart, very refined, but really with with an Indian touch. So the Indian touch will be obvious through the presence of very small detail. It will be like a very big museum with few elements reminding the Indian culture. So this is an example of the kind of atmosphere we would like to create inside the shop. So something very refined, epurated, but with the presence of the Indian culture through small details, like for example the colors, very warm colors, and small work art details. So.
You need to wrap up in 1 minute now, 1 more minute.
Okay, 1 minute. Right. So we did the 4 Ps, so just to make sure that you well understood the product. It's a unique shop that will be located in a mall. We selected the Empire Mall because we thought it was a perfect place for a European brand French luxury jewelry. So of course we want it to be frequented by both Indians and foreigners. So to do so, we do a unique selling point, I would say, because luxury brands, European luxury brands that goes into the Indian market doesn't really adapt to the culture, to the mix. So what we want to do is create also a new range of products adapted to the Indian market. For example, weddings, jewelries, also men's jewelries, bangles. We want to adapt and apply our know-how to the Indian cultures and strong relationship to jewelries. About the price, we will stay in a skimming strategy because we want to be very clear in the segmentation and attract a particular wealthy target.
Okay, just very fastly, as concerning the marketing mix and the promotion. So we had different strategy going through the celebrity endorsement. So we're wanting to work in partnership with a couple of rising celebrity because it is a rising brand. So we're wanting really to work in partnership with new talents. For example, why not Bollywood star or something like this. Then to communicate through press, but very luxurious magazines, like for example Vogue or Marie Claire India. Also to communicate, of course, through the website of the company and create a very special website adapted to the Indian clientele with a specific visual, with specific pictures, in order that the Indian market can recognize itself inside the website. And of course, to create a special event for the opening of the shop. So it will be really specific, and we will invite very important people such as local influencers, opinion leaders, press agents, agencies, celebrity, and everything. And of course, work through the online promotion through the social networks for the launching of the events. And for the
Thank you very much for your attention.
This is a unique concept in India. This will be the first such a concept that will bring French and the Indian culture together. Our USP will be the service orientation and the architecture of our shop, and again our service quality. These will be the things, and we strongly believe that it should be launched in Delhi. It will be a unique concept, and we strongly again believe that it will surpass our expectations and will be a successful venture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's an interesting proposition that you've presented. India is one of the largest consumers of gold, as you mentioned, and also they say that every second diamond that gets polished in the world passes through the hands of Indian artisans. Jewelry market, gems and jewelry market is huge in India, and we have, as you rightly mentioned, there are many established players, the likes of Tanishq, and there are also regional, there are global players, Indian companies that have gone global. But also there are a lot of regional players who are very well entrenched, because as you move from one part of the country to another, you have different tastes and forms, and that has a reflection in the jewelry as well. And those have been jewelers for generations, like 200 years old, 300 years old. And so the competition is very stiff. Also in Indian, the second thing that I would like to share is Indians still have a propensity towards gold or diamonds. So crystal-based jewelry, again, there will be, Swarovski has presence in India. There were outlets that were opened here, but they were also, many of them wound up with the same speed as well. So what is your strategy towards promoting acceptance towards crystal jewelry in India, given that there is a very strong customer leaning towards gold and on the side of diamonds?
You rightly said that 80% of the market is gold, the gem and jewelry. As you said that crystal jewelry will be a practical proposition to sell in India. Yes, it definitely will be. But again, it's a unique concept. You won't find in India. Our basic emphasis is on service orientation. We are not into numbers. We are not going through the number crunching. We didn't believe in the pricing factor and the related things. We were more into design and decoration. And beside that, we also try to think about the what nexus we can create between the India and the France. So so the Indians will try to see that there is a new thing coming in market, and they will the luxury people, the affluent people will definitely would want to buy this thing.
There is a trend change going on in India. There's a cultural shift. More women are into working force, and even the dressing pattern has